All right. We was having technical difficulties. This is episode 13.5. um, so as I was saying before we start having the technical difficulties, um, you can't approach no two women the same way because what might be appealing to one woman may not be appealing to the next woman. I've
Hmm.
seen guys go to women and say some crazy stuff, like tell them what they want to do to them in the bedroom and all that stuff. And the girl actually gave the guy her number. The same guy goes up to another woman and says that, and she gets offended or almost want to slap him. So
Right.
you just never know what's going to work.
And
So,
yeah, and to add to that, I I will give you my little 2 cents. So when I'm talking to someone, like after we've met, had the initial, meet greet, whatever, it's always offensive to me when I ask them, "What do you like about me?" Like this is like maybe a week or two after talking, right?
mhm.
And so like I pride myself on being a good mom, being smart, stuff like that. When those answers are at the bottom of the list, which I know men are physical, but when those are at the bottom of the list, it's kind of insulting to me personally.
Why?
Well, because
You can't
every
expect you cannot expect a man to think like a woman. We
okay,
are we are we are we are attracted to totally different things.
right,
Okay, for example, a man could send a woman a dick pic,
right,
and 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 she could get offended by it. But if a woman sends a man a naked photo, he's not gonna be offended by it. He's gonna be excited about it.
mm-hmm,
And that's what I mean. Like, we are attracted to two different things. You cannot expect a man to think the way that y'all think. And that's the reason why there's that's
men are
miscommunication.
from Mars. Yep, men are from
Yeah.
Mars and
You
women are
can't
from Venus. Right.
he was not thinking about you being a good mom when he saw you. And that don't make sense for you to hold that against him.
No, I'm saying after you have the conversations, not like
Even then,
okay.
you cannot. Does what I'm saying make sense?
Yeah, I hear it from a man's perspective. Yep.
Yeah, y'all expect a man to think like y'all, and we don't, and vice versa. Men expect women to get excited from seeing a nude picture, and y'all don't get excited about it. Now you might come across someone who gets off on some stuff like that, but for the most
Hmm.
part, I would say a good 70% of women don't like seeing dick pictures that they didn't ask for.
But let me add this part to it though. The reason that I said when I said it as far as what's insulting to me is because I
Uh-huh.
hear so many men say, I'm not trying to be with a woman where I pay their bills. I'm not trying to be with a woman that don't do this or don't do that. So they
Uh-huh.
have like this laundry list of stuff that they don't desire.
Hmm.
So that's why I said what I said. Like, and it doesn't have to be in any certain order. I'm not saying that I don't want a man to say, "Oh, I like you because you got a big booty and stuff." Of course, a woman wants to know that she physically desires a man, but for it to have some type of for it to go somewhere, my expectation is just for it to be a little bit more, um, than just the physical. That's all.
Yeah. But the thing is, I mean, I get what you're saying. You want to know that you're more than just a pretty face. I get it.
A pretty
But
face and a big booty. Like, do you
yeah,
like that I'm a good mom? Do you like that I'm smart? Do you like that I can
that's
handle taking care of my business by myself?
that's
Stuff
that's
like that.
that.
Yeah.
See, that's what you attracted to.
Mhm.
You want a man that can do all those things.
Mhm.
Okay, we are not. Men are mostly, when we initially see a woman, we're attracted to what we see. What we see is what makes us approach you.
Okay.
It's not anything else. We don't know anything else about you. It's that first initial thing, and that's what drives most men is what he sees. So
But
yeah,
shouldn't the goalpost change though? I get on the initial date.
eventually it should.
Okay.
I think a lot of men have made bad decisions, including myself, based off of physical.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh man, she got a nice shape. Man, she got a nice butt, some big breasts or whatever. Yeah, okay, that's all fine and dandy. But at the end of the day, you know, what's really important is, like you said, is she a good mom? Is she honest? Does she have integrity? You know, does she know how to treat people?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That shit is more important than the physical. But the thing is, a lot of times guys get those mixed up. They'll go with somebody just because they are a pretty face and have a nice shape. When that's
Mm-hmm.
not, at the end of the day, it's important, but it's not important.
Right.
It's not the end all be all.
Yeah.
So that's my take on that. Like,
Okay.
you can't really go off of that. But the thing
Right.
is, you shouldn't hold the guy accountable because he can't tell you besides the physical why he was interested in you.
Right.
I think you guys women y'all be real hard on guys when
Well,
it
I'm
comes
just
to that.
saying, like, it doesn't have to be in any certain order, but like I said, for me, I would just like the fact that I'm a good mom and I'm smart and I can handle my business, like maybe in the middle, not at the bottom. Because
Mhm.
to me, it just like, even though there's not a certain order, there is an order. You know what I'm saying? Like when
Yeah.
I ask people that, it's just kind of letting me know like where your values are or what you're looking for.
And this is the thing. Okay, I'm glad we're talking about this. Okay, so when it comes down to it,
Hmm.
okay, in a relationship, and what are the top three things that's very important to you in a relationship?
Okay, so at this point in my life, financial stability, and I
Okay,
want to elaborate on financial stability,
okay,
but I'm gonna answer.
just go down the list like one,
Okay,
two, three.
so financial stability, communication, your character, um,
That's okay. I give you five
okay.
because
Let's
you
see.
went over.
Okay, I'm sorry. So I'm already at three. So I said your character, communication, financial stability, um, your ability to adapt to change if need be. And then number five would be taking care of your health, like being the president of your own organization as far as your health.
Okay, all right. Now I'm gonna ask Lamar. What are your top five things that are important to you in a relationship? In the order of
Uh,
least important to very important. So from like five to one, what's most important would be number one.
uh, Hold on. Let me because Fidelsky he sent me a message, and I sent
Somebody's
him a
trying to
link.
get in. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Hold on.
I meant to tell you, Marza, it was in the chat. Somebody's trying to get in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it is him. So I'm gonna send it to him again. Okay. So yeah. Well, I'm not gonna go in any particular order. But I do the
Well,
one thing that
I would prefer you going in order. I'm asking
prefer to
for
go
a
in order.
reason. Yes.
Okay. So from least to
To most
greatest.
important. What's most important to the least important. So
Okay.
number one would be the most important thing to you, and then 5 would be the least important.
And it's dealing with a relationship, right?
Yes, what's important to you in a relationship?
Most
Angie,
important.
hold on. I'm gonna let Angie repeat hers from least to most important.
Okay.
Oh no,
A-
I did mine vice versa. So I guess I need to
Okay,
reschedule mine then.
that's fine. Just
Okay. So I said financial stability, communication, integrity slash character, um, being able to adapt to change, and um, being like taking control of your health.
Well, to be honest, that's primarily in order, in my order too. Um, I would I would have to say that I would put communication above the finances. So it'll be communication, finances, um, and then so on and so forth. And the reason why I will flip those two is because communication is for me is most definitely important. I mean, it's communication is there. I would say financial is like right there. So it's almost like tit for tat. And then the way how her order went, it's similar.
okay.
Yay!
Okay. Well, I was expecting something different, but okay.
No, no,
Um,
no, no. I mean, because once you so for me, like once you get into, I mean, so if you're gonna if you're gonna talk to the 40 plus year old me, then that's gonna be it. Because you got to have, like I said, you got to have the communication. You gotta, I mean, you gotta be able to work together as if especially if you're going to marry, if you're looking to marry this person. Um, and I guess I would say the other thing is, character.
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
You got to have you get because like say for instance, like for if you're very serious with this person, you want to be able to be sure that this person is cool enough to bring around your family and
Yes.
your friends.
Yeah.
And maybe your
Because
workspace. And maybe your workspace.
yes, yes, because because you have to. I mean, there's no if, ands, maybes, or buts when it comes to that. And I would say that I would flip health. Health is most important too. I would put that underneath character.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because like I said, you want to make sure that um you know you're on top of things as far as like with your prostate and all that type of stuff. Like when you get older, man, I mean, you got to keep up with that shit. You got to. I mean,
Yeah.
if no if and maybe it's a buts. When it comes time to get that colonoscopy, you gotta be ready to get that colonoscopy. So health is
Man.
and go ahead.
No, I was going to say to add to what Lamar is saying, unfortunately, and this is not a statistic, these are people that I know in their early 50s, men that have had amputations because of diabetes, men that have prostate cancer, men that have high blood pressure that's out of control. So that's why that now is in that list because you have to not to say that women don't have it, but oftentimes women will just go to the doctor more, so they'll
Yeah,
catch it quicker.
yeah. He said, Fidelsky said, "Let him in, man."
I can't. You sent him. Did you send him the link that you? Because it was two different links. Did you send him the last one?
I sent him the last one. Yeah.
I don't. I can't do it. He's not. He's not. He can't be added. He can't be added to the stage because he's not in here. So I don't know.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm gonna tell him to click on the link. Hold on. And you know, and I would say the last thing is probably, you know, discussing, you know, if you want to have children or not.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you know, I know in I'm not, well, you're asking me to put this as the least.
What
But
from most important to least?
Yeah. And I gave it most important,
Okay.
you know, to the least. So children is the least.
Okay. All right. Well, I was asking you to do it because I thought sex was going to be somewhere in there. Because most men, that's very important to us.
Well, you know, as what we talked about earlier, you know, once you meet that person, like I said in my Just Like Music podcast, the woman already knows. So that's kind of like understood. You remember like in English class that understood you? That's that understood you right there.
Well, what I'm talking about is like when you are in an official relationship, you want to have sex with your partner.
Yes.
And that's usually somewhere in the top 3 usually for most men.
I mean, you know, after a while, I mean, you know, that's primarily understood you know, for me. So, you know, but as far as like and like I stated earlier, you know, I think that the person's character, like I said, you know, you're not gonna want to bring anybody around your family. I mean, you know, I mean, if you respect your family, I mean, sex is going to be there. I mean, most definitely. Yeah. But I think when it comes to, you know, your friends, your homeboys, you know, your parents, your coworkers, you know, if that person is rubbing other people the wrong way, because I've had people to come to me like in my first marriage. I'm gonna be totally honest. My first marriage, I had people to come to me, but like, Lamar, you know that person is not for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I know you. Like there were people, there were close people who came to me, and after they met my ex-wife, they pulled me aside and they was like, man, you know what, man, that person ain't the one for you. I said, I know you better than that, and that ain't the person for you. So that's the reason why I say that character plays a huge part,
right?
You know,
Yeah,
in it.
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, definitely, since I got older and I've been through a divorce and all that shit, my list has totally changed. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Back when I was in my 20s, all she had to do was be fine.
Sex was the top of the list. It was at the top. It was at the tippy top. And then
then, well, hold on. She had to be fine. She had to have some ass.
He said, Fidel say he backstage.
I can't. It doesn't give me an option to add him. I don't know what's going on. I think he got to go a step further because I don't see him on here.
Yeah, well, he just mentioned me. It says is always saying I'm backstage. So obviously that's the right link.
Tell him to screenshot where he's at, and then you can probably direct him from there.
Okay.
So what's your list, Marzel?
Okay, so on my list, in that's in a relationship, um, she's got to be honest. She definitely has to have integrity. Sex is definitely on the list. That's important. You know, um, then the financial part and her being a, a good mom. Those are my top five.
Okay.
Oh, that's important.
Well,
Okay.
I want to piggyback off of what Lamar said. And this is on my list. I said character. So for me, at this stage in my life, it's very important to me that I, you know, am with a man that has some class about himself, that can carry himself in any room. Um, I cannot be with a ghetto man at this point in my life. I don't care how great the sex is. I, I want someone that, knows how to carry themselves, knows
Mhm.
how to be, around people of different melanin, um, along with me, and, be a good representative of me, not embarrass me. Be able to be around my family, um, and, just have some class about themselves. And you can have, I have dated men that, like, the financial part, they had that, but they didn't have the class. And so at this point in my life, it can't be one or the other. It's got to be both.
Okay, okay. I have someone new in the podcast. D, what's up?
Oh, so yeah, that's me.
that's
Okay,
Delsky. That's Delsky.
okay. What's up? What's up, Podelsky, man?
Like,
Hey,
give me a few minutes. I'm trying to get this on my computer, but I can hear y'all.
Okay.
Cool. Um, look, you bitches sex, but you know what though? But see, the reason why you gotta put health above sex, because if that woman got an STD, that's health. So you gotta know what you get into
I'm trying to get
before
this on
you
my
ask.
computer, but I can hear y'all.
Well, hopefully, uh, if she's my girlfriend, she don't have no STD because you know that means that somebody's stepping out.
and then Lamar, since I'm the only woman on here, when we talking about health, we got the erectile dysfunction. So I have recently taken a poll, and you know I will be honest, I was of the mindset that there was an epidemic, but really it just depends on people's health. I've actually, as men that were my friends that are
Mhm.
in a certain age bracket, and it has not hit everybody. So health again, if a man's health is not where it should be, then erectile dysfunction can hit, and then there is no sex. So that's why I said health.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I said health due to the fact, like I said, if you're going to, um, you know, if you've been with this person for a number of years, and everything, and or 2 years or so, and you're planning to marry this person, then health has to be an issue, because you have to know what's going on down the line. Like I said, in conversations and getting to know the person, um, you kind of start talking about people's family history.
Yeah.
You know, if you have cancer in your family, and this, that, and the third. So in the conversations that you have with a person, uh, in a mature relationship, you're going to most definitely talk about health and talk about, hey, you know, did your parents, how's your parents, oh well, my parents passed away, they had cancer, or something, this, that, or third. And so you have to most definitely have those conversations,
Because that's life changing in a relationship. You could be dating someone, and women always say they don't want to end up being a man's nurse. So, yeah, that conversation has to happen because it can be life changing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and like I said, that's the 45 plus year old me. But like I said, like Marcel said, the 20-year-old me, man, those conversations are most definitely different.
Yeah. Look, like I said, all she had to do was have a nice ass and be pretty in the face. I would have married her the next day.
Well, that's the same for women. For women, if you had muscles and you was glistening coming from the gym, so it's the same thing. As you
Yeah.
evolve, things that they change.
I
The
I don't know if her dad's still alive though. Her dad be like, you know what? I want to see what this nigga all about. So you gotta get past dad or mom first, man,
hmm
and dealing with all that. But just get, hey, we had talked enough. What's up, man?
Man, I've been trying to get in like a young person at the club.
Hey man, you was one step away, man.
I guess I was on the wrong link. Y'all was always saying I was backstage, but I guess I was just not there.
Yeah. But it's all good. You're here now, man. So we talking about like your what's important in a relationship to you. Like what's gonna keep you happy in that relationship. So your top 5.
Top 5: loyalty, love, respect, communication, sex.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, respect is definitely important. That's yeah. I'll have to put that in my number 3 spot. And then sex. Then, the
Sex is
being a
always
good
last for me.
brother.
Sex is
Huh?
always last for me. Sex is always last for me because it's a bonus pretty much.
Mhm.
It's an understood you.
I like that. I like that, D, a bonus. I like that. Something
Yeah.
you look forward to, a bonus. I like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but hey, we're always looking forward to busting the nut, man. Man. I'm just
Can't get
man.
enough. Can't
Hey,
get enough of that.
Yeah. Man. But okay. So I'm gonna pose a question to the group. I was watching another podcast, and this is what they're saying that the ladies are doing now. They're saying that if they had sex with a guy and they didn't have an orgasm, that it doesn't count.
Whatever.
Or if they use a condom with that guy, that body doesn't count. How do y'all feel about that?
That's a big whatever right there.
Okay, I'm gonna go with you, D. Fidelsky, tell me.
Hey, if I'm in, I win. You feel?
There you go. I agree.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go with Angie. What do you think, Angie? What do you think about
No,
these adjusted numbers?
no. Well, my number, like I said, stays at 3. So, like for me, it would have to be if it wasn't any good, then it didn't count.
Okay, all right,
So
Lamar.
your 3 counted.
Hey, like I said, I'm with Fidelsky. If you in there, you in there. And
You
it
close the
count.
door and stop letting her out. It's simple.
And it count. So don't it ain't the fact that I mean, you know, you gotta, some cases, you know, you gotta want to be protected. So you can go back and do it all back over again. So it can count again. You know, so that's more or less. But yeah, man, it
Yeah.
counts.
Grab her under the chair. Yeah. Okay. So for me, I feel like if you got penetrated, that shit should count. There's no way around that at all. Come on
I
in here,
mean,
grab it.
I mean, I
Close the
mean,
fucking door.
think
No,
about
you
it.
didn't.
Think about it, Barzell. If a dude is on the NBA winning championship team, and because he ain't get no minutes in the finals, you don't think he don't deserve a ring? He deserve a ring because he on that team and
Yeah.
he made the team. So that's the same thing I'm saying right here. If I'm in there, it count.
It definitely
Most
can.
definitely.
Because I'm pretty sure ain't nobody
Good
gonna
or
sit
not,
up here who
good or
ain't
not,
played.
1 pump, 2 pump. Yeah.
But I'm just telling you, like how women think. Women will be like, "Who?" They act like it never existed. Some women will act like it never, at the
Yeah.
encounter, never
Look,
occurred.
But the thing
that's
is,
a word for it. Act like.
at the end of the day, if you're not gonna count the person, then why even have sex with them in the first place?
Well, no, you're saying after you don't return. Yeah, you don't
No,
return back. Yeah.
I'm saying if you know you done it with that person,
Mm-hmm.
regardless if it was good or not,
Mm-hmm.
you knew that you was taking a chance that it might not be satisfying. So why not count the person? I don't get it. It don't make sense to me because it still counts regardless of how you cut it. You
I'm
know,
gonna tell you how it really counts. Now check this out. It's gonna be kind of morbid. It's gonna be kind of morbid right here. So, say you had sex, and she said it didn't count, but the guy had AIDS, and you got it, and they kind of count on it.
most definitely.
Yeah.
Because you got it now, and you can't be like, oh, I didn't have sex with no, but you did because you got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's a way of looking at it, but I mean, you know, I just feel like this, man. If you're not ready to have that conversation, I would suggest just be real and just be like, hey, you know, I don't want to talk about that. Because they never were really gonna know anyway. You know, so just don't give them a number. Just be like I have experience.
Or something, yeah. Because obviously that person's body count is too high.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, that's true. I remember my cousin and his friend was like counting up all the girls that they had sex with, and we was like 20 at the time. Like 20, there was like 22, and I was like 20, and these niggas had already been with 60 girls already.
60.
Yes,
Oh,
60,
but what's the purpose of counting? That's the question I
60
have.
girls. At that point, I had 5 under my belt. So I was like, damn, I got a lot of catching up to do.
But what is the purpose of counting? Is it like for your ego? I always wonder that when men talk about, because women don't talk about a number, only men do. So is it like a
It's
notch on your belt?
definitely it's definitely a notch and it's definitely an ego thing.
Okay.
Because men who have sex with a lot of women are respected by other men.
Okay.
That's why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you think about Lamar and Fidelsky, when you talk about a guy that you know that been with a whole bunch of girls, you're like, man, he ain't had a whole bunch of girls, man. That nigga be knocking them down, and we say that shit like because we're in admiration
Yo.
of him doing this, to all these women.
So to piggyback off of what Fidelsky said, so do y'all admire Will Chamberlain?
If we, I can say he definitely did his thing when he was on Earth.
Yeah.
I can't say that I wouldn't mind being able to brag about being with that many women. I can't say that I wouldn't, but we don't know if that's true or not. We don't know if that's true or not. I feel,
Okay.
it's possible that some of those numbers are inflated.
I don't know now. He was an NBA star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get around.
He was, and he was tall like
travel.
Shaq.
They get around.
So
Yeah.
Well, the reason I brought that up was like, for example, Shaq. I never hear him brag about how many people he's with. Now he's been in articles where people have talked about him, but I've never heard him talk about that. And in our modern day, you know, I mean, he's like a Wilt Chamberlain in our modern day. So that's why it's just interesting.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I've never really heard Shaq talk about how many women he been with.
Right.
but the women, but he has said he has not given a number, but he does say at times the women that he been with. Like, so, it's either he's going to give a number or he's going to share who he was with. Now, which one is worse? The number or the people that he can name that we like? Huh?
But he don't be naming all of them because I mean sometimes the women be naming him. Like there was one woman, I won't say her name,
You
and
gonna say
I
her
was like,
name? You gonna say her name?
Right. Well, I mean, it's not like we know Shaq.
You can say her
well,
name.
this person played on one of the Love and Hip Hop shows, and so the
Oh
skinny,
well.
I don't know her name, but this she's brown skin and kind of a thin girl. I never knew she had a relationship. One of the women on Basketball Wives, um, Matt. I can't think of his last name.
Well,
Um,
well, 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 well,
Laura
look,
somebody.
well, look. Think about it. Think about the women that you name it.
Mhm.
Basketball Wives.
Right.
Okay, so do we really count them as being credible? Now, if he had said like Janet Jackson or Mariah Carey or somebody like that, then we'd be like, oh snap. But no, most of those women that are on Basketball Wives, we already know, and I hate to use this phrase, that they some slaw. We already know they've been slawed out. So I mean,
Mhm.
come on.
Coleslaw.
So I'm just saying.
All right. We're gonna welcome Venaris to the podcast. What's up, man?
What's going on with you? What y'all up to?
Hey,
Oh, just
Hey,
talking
how
about
you guys doing?
good.
some nasty shit, man.
Mm,
Uh,
oh, I'm surprised.
Surprise, surprise.
Man.
So,
I heard that so
Marzel,
long. What's
can
up?
they answer? Can they, since the two just joined, can they answer the first two questions we had
Yeah, go
about?
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay,
What?
so the first two questions for D and Benares was basically online versus in person. My question or thought was, if you like, for women, they say try to meet a man at like a home improvement store, grocery store, Starbucks, something like that. And my question was, outside of seeing the person, um, does that person, like, are they more of a credible person than somebody that you meet online? Like, a liar is a liar. So are they less of a liar just because you see them in person?
Nah, it's a lie. Like you said, a lie is a lie. But I'm gonna tell you like this: most dating apps is mostly just for sex. That's pretty much
That's a
what
good
it. Most of
perspective.
Well, dating is for sex. Sometimes you want to get to know the person and stuff like that, But and it's not like a lot of women think that's all men think about. But it's just like what women. If the women says if we do women and say all women want to do is shop, that'd be sexist. But they want other stuff. They want companionship too, just like with us men. It's a biological urge, you know what I'm saying? So I don't see why we're looked upon as immoral because we would desire for sex, you know what I'm saying? So, but to answer your question, it just depends. That's why I go through me and Marzel go through this all the time about me never bringing women to my house when I first meet them. I would have to go through kind of a lengthy process, at least get them to know them and knowing where they work and verifying where they work and verifying their identity, because you got some insane people out here. And some of them, if you don't know the least little bit about them, some of them just as crazy. There are some mass murderers who are women. There are some people who will set you up to be like, ooh, that's a nice TV. Ooh, you got nice video games. And then later on, they find out when you go to work, they'll send their boys to come rob you. And people are insane. So I would say that, you need to know people just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I guess online, when you meet them in person, you could tell they're a real person. When you meet them online, anybody could copy and paste their picture and they could be a dude, So
Well, Vanaris, let me add this because I just told
They can be AI
Lamar
now.
this. They have something now where your photo is confirmed and you can also uh, like talk into the voice so they can hear your voice. And I'm not advocating. I'm just asking the question.
Most
yeah,
most this is sound bad, but most ugly people have nice voices.
Most who?
And most ugly people have nice voices.
That's true.
and on top of that, I hate to bring this up, but most of the ones who were born as, they have nice voices now too.
That's hilarious. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then my second question, if I can,
Yeah, go
Marcel.
ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So since I'm the only woman on here today, so to piggyback off of that, if a man asks on the first date for you to come to his home so he can maybe grill out or something like that, from a man's perspective, is that a a real thing, a booty call? Like, should you not go to a person's home on the first date?
90% of the time is a booty.
Yeah. Yeah, if we invite you to the house, you can expect to get some sausage on your pizza. Tell you that right now.
A lot of pepperoni in your bread.
I'll tell you that right now. There's going to be some dick is going to be pulled out. I'm telling you that right now.
Okay.
That question,
Thanks for the awareness.
that question itself is it's like an opening. Like you want to come to the house, that's like an opening so to see where your mind is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'm definitely not that way. There's some dudes that I know. I've been background acting for them for a year. They be like, "Where you say you stay at, Gwinnett County or somewhere?" I'm not going to tell you exactly where I stay. There's very few people I trust to even know where I stay specifically. Man, woman, whatever. So it's a privilege to know where I stay. So
Well, like Bernard said, me and him had went back and forth about this, and I joke with him, and I tell him, I said, "Man, you are a martial artist. Why are you afraid to go
That
to a
don't
woman's
mean
house, man, or invite her over, man. I said if she start acting up, how do her ass?
Because he can't stop. Because he can't stop a bullet. That's why.
you can't
Yeah,
stop a
right.
bullet. Yeah, hey, and she might be crazy. She might be one of the women that hate men and go down on you and try to bite it off. She might try to cut you. She
Or
might try
rob
to
you.
do anything. You know,
How you don't know?
it's insane women. You can't.
And
Or
how you don't
rob
know, Marcel? How you don't know
Huh?
she ain't a? How you don't know if she's not a 95 degree black belt?
Or try to rob you. Look.
Yeah,
Bernard,
or try to rob you.
Yeah, because women
Well,
do that.
Yeah.
to be honest with you, see, I'm gonna tell you something. Like, one of my uncles told me a long time ago that if you are dealing with a chick, if you have to go to her house, do not do not park in her driveway. That's one. And then if more than likely, the best thing to do is have her come over to your crib because you're more comfortable in your own spot. You don't have to worry about, who's coming in and who's coming out. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing about that when you are dealing with somebody. I've, on a date nap, I have went to women's houses. Nothing ever happened. But I do talk to them. I ask them questions. I fill them out to see if they can, like I said, I'm a pretty good judge of character. So I've never ran into no problems. I met a chick, like I think it was like 2022. We had she lived in Marietta, and I had talked to her, and the conversation was sexual from the beginning. So we both knew what it was. And so I was like, hey, what area you stay in? She said, I live in Marietta. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, I can come to you. She's like, well, I can come to where you live at. I'm like, okay, well, it's a bar right down the street from my house. We can go there. And we met there. We talked. We had a good time. And, right before we was about to leave, I was like, so what you want to do? She's like, well, I mean, what you want to do? I said, well, you want to come back to my place? She was like, yeah. So she came back to my place, and we did the thing, and that was it. It was no problems at all, no issues or nothing. I feel like I'm a pretty good judge of character.
And 18 years later.
Oh man, you stupid.
Okay,
But
so I
yeah.
have one more question if I can. So, how many dates since I'm the only woman on here, for the men, how many dates do you need to have with a woman before you're physical to feel that she's a respectable woman?
I'm gonna go with Lamar first.
Wow, you gonna put me on the spot?
Yeah. I'm gonna let you go first.
Because he's gonna probably be the
that.
most conservative.
Right. Because you already know what kind of answer I'm gonna give. So go ahead.
I didn't know your answer.
Man, it basically depends on the woman. Like I mean, if it happens on the first night, I'm ready. If it happens on the third date, I'm ready. The second date, I'm ready. Third date, I'm ready. I mean, so you always stay ready, but to be expected, I mean, I'm gonna say, possibly after the second or third date.
Okay. All right. Venaris.
Well, for me, it depends on if I'm meeting them online, if I met them in person. If I get a woman's number and it's in person, it's because I came up to them, and I'm not a smooth talker. I talk to them just like I talk to a dude. Be like, hey, this can of soup is on sale. This is a good can of soup. And she's like, yeah, I like this one, or I don't like that one. Just have a normal everyday conversation that I don't have to do no stupid stuff with. And if we click like that, and I know she's pretty decent, and we meet up at, like somewhere like it could be Starbucks or Burger Place, then I know she's a cool person. And I be looking for little stuff like I cannot stand it when I hate to do my beautiful black people, but if you click your teeth and nigga and all that stuff, or it's given, I know that you about some trash. So, you know, it's little indications that I'm looking for like that to know whether you're sophisticated, whether you know how to spend your money, what you talk about, your perspective on certain things. So you can get the general gist of that on the first date and then talk in between the first and second date on the phone. So you can know them pretty good by the second date to know whether they ghetto trash or they're, you know, sophisticated. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Fidelsky.
I thought the question was about respect.
It was, yeah.
Could you repeat?
Like how many dates? The question is, if you meet a woman,
Right.
how many dates do you need before you become intimate for you to still feel like she's a respectable woman?
Oh yeah, man.
Like if she give it to you on the first date,
I
is
ain't,
that
man,
somebody?
I ain't got no respect for it at all on first day.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. This is how I am. I ain't got no respect for you. It's just in my mind. But like, if she can go a month or two and not give me none, like I'm pretty smooth. Like you month or two and not give me none, man. You got all my respect. I'm like, man, yo, she ain't give me none. Like, yo. Like,
So let me add to this. Let me add to this. Let me add to this, Fidelsky, because men say that all the time, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes what some women will do is when they're dating you, they won't give it to you, but they'll still be giving it to an ex,
Right.
so that they don't mess it up with you. So does that change it, or you still feel the same way?
As long as I don't find out she giving it to the ex.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't find out, but I'm saying like because of what you just said, there are some women that basically will be Mary Poppins with you, but
So she
still
needed,
right.
but she needed, but she ain't letting me know she needed.
Because they may feel like you're already, based on because of what you just said.
Yeah. It's all good. Like I said,
This girl said Mary Poppins with you. see, she didn't think I caught that. I caught that.
I don't know. I've never understood why, I understand what you're saying, D, but this whole perspective of, sex being a bad thing, and if women have sex on the first date, she's bad. Why is that bad? You're two grown adults, y'all do what y'all want to do. Y'all probably will both, if we all both find each other physically attractive, then y'all gonna have the desire anyway. I'm not getting religious like Jesus saying, if you think if you have lust in your heart, then it's the same thing. I'm not going there, but I do agree with that. You know what I'm saying? If you have it in your mind, it's no different than actually doing it. So why is that? I don't know.
Yeah, and to add on to what Bernard is saying, like really that person I'm gonna say Mary Poppins again. The person that's being Mary Poppins with you, she really a freakily because she's still having sex, just not with you. So like,
Okay, so let me give my perspective. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What I'll say is this: if a woman want to give me the draws the first night, thank you. I appreciate it. I love you. Thank you. Okay. Now,
here's my $40.
And as far as the respect thing, I don't agree with Fidelsky. If a woman give it to you on the first night, like Vanara said, more than likely you guys are both physically attracted to her. Women want to fuck just as much as we do. Okay. Mm-hmm. They want to bust a nut just like we do. Okay. They want to. So it doesn't take away from them because they are choosing to bust a nut with you. Okay?
Yeah, but as you while you talking, they may be choosing to bust a nut with you and somebody else, and somebody else, and then again somebody else.
Yeah, but what if she's not though? What if she had sex in months and she decided to give it to you? You know what I'm saying?
We don't know that.
But what if she is? What if that's legit? You see what I'm saying?
She can give to me. It's just the respect gonna be lower. It ain't gonna be all.
I can't agree with that, man. I don't agree. I feel like if a woman gives you sex on the first night, good looking out. Thank you.
How many
I
women?
appreciate it.
Hold on. How many women are you with right now that have
Huh?
gave you sex on the first night?
You said what?
His answer gonna be all of them.
Who?
I
Who?
said, how many women are you with right now that have gave you sex on the first night?
How many women that I'm with right now that gave me
That
sex on the
gave-
first night?
That have given you sex on the first night.
None of them. None of them. But it wasn't because I lost respect for them. It's just that
It
things
didn't
just
turn out.
work
Yeah,
out.
it didn't turn out right.
Yeah. It wasn't because it wasn't because
It's kind of
it
a
wasn't
first sign.
because it wasn't because she gave me sex. It was because we just didn't match because of one reason or another.
Marcel, just say you're a whore and to be through with it.
So,
Wow.
Oh, man.
I have
Hey,
to.
Badelsky, I'm gonna kick your ass off of here, man.
So for Dusky,
Yeah.
I would have to say that I encounter more men that probably think like you, honestly. And yeah, honestly. And so because of that, that's why women come up with this 90-day rule. But I also do have friends that are like what I just said. They'll do this little 90-day thing and then still be doing something with, spinning the block with somebody from the past so that the man that they're currently with still has the utmost respect for them. And to me, that's kind of just crazy
Yeah,
because I'm like, you're
and
not being honest with who you're currently with.
at the end of the day,
Spot on.
it goes back to what I'm saying. They want sex just as much as we do. And that's the reason why they going and doing it behind the dude that they talking to's back, because they need to bust that nut.
Yeah, but it still goes back to like the 5 things you told us to ask when I said honesty.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's right that they sticking behind your back, but that's the risk you take when you meet somebody and you start talking to them.
Yeah, the yin yang twin.
But honestly, men when women do stuff like that, men never know unless a baby come out, a STD. Like they never know. But as a woman, like I said, I'm just kind of like I straddle the fence with that because I know women want the respect of men. And like I said, for me, I know most men feel the way you do, Fidesky. They think that if you do it the first night, you done did it with everybody, and like
Everybody you met
like
on the first night.
Marzell, right. But like Marzell said, I also know some women that were dating men that were sick. They may have had prostate cancer and they weren't able to have sex. So then when they get into a new relationship, they're anxious to have sex because they was trying to be loyal, to that person before they passed or whatever. So it's
And it
all
goes back to what I said. Women want sex just as much as men. Go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I mean, we look at the way how women are right now. Like I said, not saying that you, Angie, but there are women who listen to Sexy Red and Cardi B and
right.
Megan Thee Stallion.
and those women and Megan Thee Stallion constantly, and so you're talking to like the 1950s woman, but now you're dealing with the 2026 woman,
Right.
and it's totally different. Like we were talking about earlier with the body count.
Yeah.
The 2026 woman is doing the body count the same way like a dude. They doing that. And the 2026 woman is not worried about what we talking about right now. He asks us to list the things in order. No,
Right.
the only thing they worry about is the almighty dollar. And if
Yes,
they
that's
ain't
true.
getting that almighty dollar, then fuck what you talking about. They going on to the next one. And I'm just keeping it a buck. So I mean, we in here, we're having a mature conversation, but let's just talk about what we talking about and what's reality.
Right.
And the reality of it is right now is that these questions that you are proposing, that you're asking us, you
They
you
don't
talk to
exist no more.
That's the
yeah. I
outdated
mean,
woman.
you were talking about respect. No,
Right.
those women don't have respect. Like I said, if you ain't got that money, they moving on to the next one,
And they don't care about respect.
and they don't care.
Yeah.
Nope. I've
So it's almost like the roles are reversed, so to speak. Now,
Yep.
in this day and age, it's reversed.
you know, I get them little short videos on social media, and there's a going trend amongst the young ones to say, you know, if a man approach you, you give him your cash app, the little thing where y'all touch cell phones, and he's supposed to cash app you $20 just so he can prove that he got expendable money, and then y'all start talking to each other. And women
wow.
get sick of who is the name of that woman? And she tells it like it is. She's a perfect 10 too. But she be on those podcasts telling women just like it is. She light skinned, super pretty. But
I know you're talking about.
you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And you know, she
Yeah.
says these women nowadays are like prostitutes. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to make 100K, and you can't take me to Chick-fil-A and all of that stuff like that. You got to you send me there. It's nothing but prostitution. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
So, yeah, like you said, you know, it's all about the almighty dollar. You know, but they still want respect from men. You know, so
Well, some of them could care less if they get the respect or not, because in some circles, and I'm not bashing anybody who likes, you know, Beyonce and going on down, but you know, they're basically teaching, you know, this generation of women to be independent. So, you know, they not worried about the respect. They got their respect is in the boardroom when they making their money, when they making their deals. That's the respect. The man is just a piece, a ass. That's it.
Well,
Mhm.
let me play devil's advocate, Lamar, if I may. So
The devil wears
women,
Prada too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So women sometimes, oftentimes, you know, even in my old age, I've encountered this. When sometimes when you talk about the independent part, you know, I have encountered men that had money, and the first thing they saying is, okay, there's rules to this. So thank God that the women are independent, because you know there was a time when women would have to deal with that. You know, you shouldn't have rules just because, you know, someone has a little bit more status financially than someone else.
Oh yeah,
Well,
I mean,
I gotta disagree. I gotta disagree, and I understand what you're saying, but it's kind of like, you know, Eddie Murphy was talking about how, you know, Johnny Carson, and there's a lot of celebrities. They'll get married and then they'll get divorced from their wife, and then their wife will want $50,000 a month in alimony. Why? She didn't go through the struggle, just like what Dr. Dre had to do. Sorry about that, y'all. You know, like Dr. Dre had to do. He had to go through all that gang banging. He had to go through all the hassles that he had to go through to build his empire. And then the wife, he gets a divorce, and the wife wants $50,000 a month for
Oh
absolutely nothing. And she
no,
doesn't
I'm
have
not
to
talking
cook. She
about
doesn't have.
divorce. No, I'm saying on the front end of dating. Sometimes men that have a lot of money create rules of how the relationship is going to go from the front end. I'm talking about the front end. I'm not even talking about getting to marriage.
Well,
Like
even with
I,
that, you
so
know, you got to
so
protect your assets. You know, you can't
so
tell
so
you. You know, I don't know. It's just like they be like, "Well, we just had sex, so you should give me the keys to your house. You should let me drive your car." No, you didn't get that. You're not on my insurance. You know, you have to lay down the law because you have a lot protecting yourself. I agree with that. You know, it's just, you know, and I understand your perspective. You know what I'm saying? It's not romantic, but you know, finance and romance is two totally different things. You know?
it is primarily like what we saw in Boomerang.
Yeah.
You know, like Boomerang was like that movie. Even even though it was a movie, some of that stuff was real. Like, you know, like Eddie was that dude. You know, he could walk around. He could, you know, he ain't gotta talk to the woman. He ain't gotta say nothing. Just his presence, just by him being in there alone, you know, and you know the main thing that he looked at the woman's feet, and so they had the conversation, you know, about that. And then you know by the time Robin Givens came along, you know, she was like she was like the female version. She was like the male version of him.
Mhm.
You know, because she felt like, you know, she was top tier, and you know who she went for first. She went straight to Eddie first. She went to the top dog, and just to sit up here and say, yeah, I let Eddie do this. Because remember, there's a part in Boomerang where she actually said that, like, you know, she sat around and she was like, yeah, you know, he was good, you know, this and that, and you know, I know brothers were in the movie like, hey, man, where did this come from? But Boomerang basically showed it. I mean, Boomerang was like the playbook that showed you everything. How things go, you know, how men could do women and how women could do men.
Oh yeah. Yeah, sometimes, man, women can be way worse than men when it comes to, you know, pillow talk. You know what I'm saying? So
And then there was Strong J too, Lamar.
oh yeah.
That was
Yeah.
that was even more aggressive.
She told him, "You gonna turn down a pussy like this?"
You know? And
she lifted up her leg and
Boy.
showed it to him.
boy, did she know?
I was
in the open area. It wasn't no closed area. It was in the open. It was like all out in the open. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
She said, no one says no to this pussy.
Right. Now that's the kind of woman I lose respect for. If you talking that way in public with no dignity, no class, I lose respect for you that way. You know what I'm saying? So
Let me ask y'all a question. This is just for the guys. I know I'm not gonna ask you this question, but would you have had sex with Strong J?
What the hell is that?
Grace Jones.
Grace Jones.
Would you? I'm gonna ask you first, Bernard. Would you have hit that?
You know, I'd be scared she'd rape me in some kind of way. But she gets kind of mannish. So if she was to be a little bit more feminine and not as well, her personality is an absolute zero. I put it to you like that. I love my chocolate sisters. I love my black sisters. So as far as the way she looked, if maybe she grew her hair out just a little bit and she acted a lot better, it will be a possibility.
Okay.
Personality.
You should have said what you should have said, either her or Eartha Kitt. Now,
that's a good question.
Young Eartha or old?
Well, no.
Eartha
Kitt in that film.
Right. He was old, but she still had a great body.
I probably would have hit Kit though, man.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fidelski.
Yeah.
Not Grace Jones.
Yeah.
No.
You said not Grace Jones?
No. Eartha Kitt.
I put it to you like this.
I still think she Catwoman.
Yeah, she Catwoman, man. I mean, damn.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I would have popped Strong J. I don't like old women, man. She looked. Don't get me wrong. No, she wouldn't. Strong J was not old.
No, she wasn't old.
She was. What the hell are you talking about?
She
was like in her 40s. She was like in her 40s.
Well, I put it to you like this. Dee was calling Marzel a whore, which means somebody that has sex for money. If Eartha Kitt gave me $1 million to hit that, I would do a great job for her. I'd do it multiple times for her. For $1 million, yes.
Yeah, I
because and the reason why I say Eartha Kitt is because the way how she came across. She came across like, you know, I mean, man, it's the way how she acted in that movie. Like you want that aggression sometime, but Eartha Kitt was like laid back, and you like, yeah.
And then she just still had that little Catwoman voice, man.
She told him, she went to him and said, "I don't have any panties on."
right. The way she said it, like bloomers.
Yeah, yeah, I couldn't. I don't know, man.
And see, that's a form of aggression. And so I like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You whispered, like she whispered in his ear.
It's
Like,
passive aggressive.
and it's like, you know what? Sorry,
Well-
boys, it's time to go.
Okay, and then Strange, she came off as aggressive. She asked him straight up, "When are we going to fuck?" I mean,
It's just
I
she looks more
like-
like a man to me.
don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like, don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. I wouldn't normally talk to her like that. She's never been attractive to me, but she had a nice body though.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. She probably could put some spells and stuff on you, man, because she look like she could put some stuff in your drink. And
But do y'all care about a woman's face though? Let's talk about that. Do y'all care about a woman's face?
yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I've always heard that men just care about the body, not the face. I was just
I
saying.
mean, wait, hold on, fellas. Now, I know I ain't the only one. Y'all done popped some girl because she had a nice body, but her face wasn't that good looking. Every guy done done that shit. Every guy.
And well, for me, there's been some times when they've been ugly, but their personality is so great. They'd be like, "Oh, I give you a try. You know, you decent. You know." So,
But we ain't
And
talking
that
about
outweighs
personality. Yeah.
and
No.
that outweighs it.
Thank you.
Now, I didn't mess around with a girl who didn't look that good in the face, but her body was amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And just the
all
opposite.
men
Her
did
face
that,
look
yeah.
amazing. Her body is crap. You know, it's a balance.
Yeah.
She take that drug, no acetol.
No acetol. Oh, okay, I got you. Oh man. Okay. All right. I posed a question earlier about how women are now. They're saying that if they didn't have an orgasm with a guy, that sexual encounter doesn't count. Or if they wore a condom with him, that doesn't count. How do you guys feel about that?
I already gave my opinion.
Bernard,
Okay.
it's you, Bernard. You got to answer that.
Yeah, everybody
Well-
answered that.
What did Chris Rock say when they talk about their body count? They don't count that dude from Jamaica that they had sex with or that old boyfriend. They don't count them. You know, I don't count boyfriends. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the body count. You know, Chris Rock said, "What you got to double it times 2 or 3." You know,
Yeah.
which I don't care. That's kind of thing. As long as it's good to me at the time, I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I don't care either.
yeah.
Because I said I want somebody who I've never heard no guy say they had a great sexual experience with a virgin. I've never heard a guy say that. I want someone who knows what they're doing. You know, I don't.
Yep.
I want someone who knows exactly what to do with this motherfucker to get it to where it needs to be. Okay, I don't want to have. I don't have to give no instructions. Huh?
What if she pick you up and put you on the counter?
Hey, I don't know, man, how I feel about that, man. I never experienced no shit like that, but that would be crazy.
Okay, I got a question for the men.
Okay.
Why do some men, if they're not in a committed relationship with you, why are they okay having unprotected sex?
Because it feels better without the condom.
I mean,
That's
but what
number one.
about what about like
I
the
don't.
high rates of STDs and HIV?
Yeah, that's one
Well-
reason why I don't. No. We ain't
Well,
in a
I mean-
Hey, excuse me, guys. Look, look, I got to get up off of here, man.
Okay.
It was great. I don't know when I'm doing another podcast.
Okay.
I really don't. I really can't say. So,
Okay.
yeah, man. Y'all have a blessed one, y'all. Y'all
All right.
good night.
All right, take care.
Man.
Okay, bye bye.
man.
All right.
Bye. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yup.
Okay. All right. Now, who was talking? Was it Fidelsky?
Yes.
What happened?
Fidelsky, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you? What's up? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Nah,
I
I
can
can
hear
hear you,
you.
Fidelsky.
God dang it,
I
Mario.
can't hear him. I'm
Oh my goodness.
back out for a second.
He was the one with sense that said he doesn't do that.
No, yeah, nah, none of that. Oh no.
Mm-mm.
But there's a large population of men that do. I was just trying to figure out, like,
I
why
like
would they be willing to take a chance?
I like peeing correctly. Marzel, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yep, I can hear.
All right. Now I'm gonna say this. Like, I speak for me personally. I don't. I'm not gonna have sex with somebody that I didn't trust in the first place. So more than likely, 9 times out of 10, if I would even have sex with you in the first place, I'm not trying to wear no condom. To be honest with you, because I don't. It's hard for me to reach orgasm with a condom on sometimes. So it'll be
Okay.
pointless for me to do it if I can't bust a nut too. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's I'm kind of selective with mine too. So unless
yeah,
I think she's a decent woman, like I can't, I'm not saying I have or haven't, been with the ladies of the evening. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
definitely that would be protected. But
Oh yeah,
if I'm going unprotected, it's because I've checked that woman out. I've established that she's a real person, that she's a decent person. I've talked to her. She has a great disposition. She's a great mom. A number of things. So, and I don't think that she's out there just giving it to everybody. But you never know. Even our wives. Some of us, me and Marzel. Well, I'm not getting into personal business, but who knows if you married and your spouse is unsatisfied and going to get some side pieces. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
you don't know that either. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is a guarantee. But just for me, if I do it, it's because I think that woman is respectful enough. And if I did catch something, I'd be like, well, at least I knew that, she was respectful. You know what I'm saying? I won't feel guilty
Yeah.
about it,
Yeah. And another thing too, man, like I have a rule. Like, if I wouldn't kiss you in the mouth, I'm not gonna have sex with you. And if I
Mhm.
wouldn't take a chance of
So
uh
Marzel, how many people have you kissed in the mouth?
that's for discussion off here.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Like, for me, I'm not kissing everybody in the mouth
Right,
because I mean your
right,
mouth can be just as deadly as your genitals, and so
It's really
fluids are
worse.
yeah, fluids are fluids. You know what I'm saying?
right. But that's what
So
I'm saying.
Mhm.
There's been women that have had sex with I didn't even kiss in the mouth. Never kissed ever, and it was
Mhm.
protected. If I can't kiss you in the mouth, I'm not gonna have sex with you. Period.
Yeah. And that brings up another thing that somebody was asking, like if, let's just say if the man goes down on the woman and then, he started having sex and he starts to kiss the woman, she was like, no, you can't kiss me. I was like, why? That's yours. Same in the
Right.
reverse. If she go down on me and she want to kiss me, I know my stuff is clean, so why not kiss me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's a red flag right there. If she don't want to kiss you after you went down on her, then she got something going on down there.
Mm-hmm.
well, we had this discussion. I don't know if it was live or not, but like, and I'm trying to be a lady by saying this. Now, you know, the front I will, but the back I'm not kissing.
Well, understandable. Yeah. If he eating the booty, I
Right. I'm
understand.
not. You're right. Because yeah.
Yep. I understand
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I mean, and then again, you can't go down on everybody, and you can't, lick everybody's ass.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on my first experience, but I don't think I ever will. So it don't matter. So the cootie is one
Stay away
thing.
from the back. I stay away from the back door.
Well, yeah.
I gave my keys back to the owner. I'm like, nah, I don't think I want to go in there.
Right. Right. Yeah, and I got what's the sign with the cigarette with the note, the little arrow, like said, say no to cigarette. Yeah, I'm kind of like you with that, Fidelsky.
Well, I can say
What
this.
about you, Marcel?
I can say this.
Can we
Hold
just
on.
say you're a
Let me-
say you're a no limit soldier?
Let me answer the question. Let me answer the question. Okay. Now I have went for the doo-doo shoot before, but the thing is, it's only been with 3 women in my whole life. Okay. And these are women that I was super in love with and I was really attracted to. I don't do that with everybody. I just can't, no. But yes, I have. And these women were clean, fresh out the shower.
That's good to know.
But Delsky's so damn stupid. He's like, what about you, Marcel?
Look, is there anything? What are the boundaries, Marcel? I guess.
What about as far as what?
Marcel is like breaking news.
It's like, okay, I'm not into doing anal at all, period.
Mm-hmm.
I that's not my thing. I don't like, to do that because I don't, if it don't smell right, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not fucking with it at all. The only reason why I did this shit is because the girl that I was dealing with was into it, and she begged me for months to do it. So I was like, okay, we can try it, and then we did it, and that was
condom
one
on
time.
or condom off?
Oh, it was raw. It was raw. It was raw. I had been messing with her for like, I say like about 4 years at that point.
Fresh out the shower?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She knew the whole routine, and that's what she was into. So she wanted me to do it, and I did it. That's the only reason why, because I'm a pleaser.
You have the base Aline?
Huh?
Y'all have the base Aline?
What is that?
Vaseline.
Oh, basically. No. We had some water-based lubricant though.
Okay, to the Y.
But one thing I can say, she was clean. So I didn't have no.
I mean,
no
judgment. Yeah, no judgment.
Yeah. No. I'm just saying, like, when I came out, I was like, okay, nothing on here, so it's all good, So, but yeah, that's not my thing, man. But I only did it because she wanted to.
What if a woman wanted to get pleased by taking you down the Yellow River?
What is that? What is that, Menars?
Talk about being pissed on. Now, what are you getting? What kind of sexual pleasure are you getting out of peeing on me? No.
The R. Kelly stuff. Okay.
No, they had a song called Rain Down on Me.
That's the R. Kelly stuff.
Man, y'all remember that? You remember that Chappelle show? He was like rolling around, sitting on dubs, cutting out Iowa's high on skirts, cooling in my Escalade. Man, I'm paid, I got it made.
Pee on you.
He's like, piss on you. Man, that was hilarious.
Well, as Confucius say, better to be pissed off than to be pissed on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? Everybody has some kind of kink that they like that people might think is a little weird. You know, I think my kink is, and I said this several times on the podcast and on others, that I like a woman with a bush, man. That's what I like. I don't like the shave.
Well, you don't like it, Shade? You know.
I mean, I'll take it, but it
Uh-huh.
ain't. It's not. You know, I prefer a bush.
Yeah. A true explorer is intrigued by all terrains of the earth.
Like I said, I'll take it, but it's not my first choice. So, you know, that's my
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah. I like to please the woman first, go down on her first, and make sure she's satisfied. And then it'd be like, you can last 10 seconds. It don't matter, you know?
Yes, she done already got her.
What?
Not saying.
Hey, look. Hey, his idea. His idea of dirty talk is like, she's like, talk dirty to me. He's like, I'm coming.
I know, right? Oh, goodness gracious. You know.
Hey man, y'all not gonna do my boy Bernard's like that. We all didn't have experienced that before, man. We all experienced that shit before.
Right.
It's about what you do after that makes a difference.
There's no judgment. There's no judgment on this podcast.
Nara said, "Fish me a sandwich. It's nap time."
Well, I just went 15 minutes on her. That's all the energy I got left, you know. Twist here, pull here, do this, lick here. I was like, God, no, this is like the Bop It. You remember that Bop It game?
Yes,
You know?
yeah. Hey, you know what? But the thing is, man, that's what it comes down to when it comes to experience. I know that if I'm trying to have a good night and I'm trying to please my partner, I already know that I can't start off from the back. I'm starting off on missionary because I can last longer in that position. But as soon as I start hitting it from the back, I know I'm not going to last long. I know I'm not. So that's where that comes into play, where you are familiar with what you can do and what you can't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, and it depends upon the woman too, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, it intrigues, you know. Like you said, everybody got their kinks. Everybody got, you know, because me personally, I've never gotten out from, you know, a BJ. You know, just me personally. You know?
Wow.
So, you know, it feels great, but it's just never, you know, I guess because it feels more natural to do it inside of the woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the most natural way. So it'd be like, hold off, I'm not going to do it yet. You know, let me be inside.
Bernard ain't ran to the right person, I see.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, because I had one chick, man. Whew, she set me off, and I was off in 2 minutes, man. I'm serious, man. Look, man, when she finished, I was like this, man. I was like, I had a headache, man. I was like, damn, I never seen some shit like that before, man. Yes,
half his soul took out.
Yeah, yes.
You gave that Shane song. That what she gave you. Your soul is mine.
Yeah, man. Yeah. She was pepper jacking me too, man. So, yeah.
I guess I just like to look at the woman body as I'm releasing or something. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. I love the woman's body. So, you know, just to look at the back of her head, that ain't very intriguing, you know. So, you know, I gotta look at the body, whether it's the back side, the front side, I don't care, you know.
Yeah. And the thing is, man, I don't that shit feels amazing when you can just leave it in. You know what I'm saying? That's what get men caught up all the time. If once you leave it in, that shit feels amazing.
That's another reason why, you know, they were talking about condoms or no condoms, you know. I know we have to trust them, but, you know, it feels just amazing, you know what I'm saying, without it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's like, you know, taking a bath with a raincoat on. You know what I'm saying? It still feels good if you're getting the, what you call that, jacuzzi with a raincoat on. It still feels good, but it feels better if you just naked, you know?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. If more men committed to women, women wouldn't have an issue with that. But when men are trying to be this person, that person, this person, that person, then that's where, you know, the lack of trust is gone, and they want people to use protection.
Well, I can understand that, especially from a woman's perspective, because we going inside the woman and we're penetrating, they're being penetrated. So I can understand that. I can totally understand that. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest, you know?
Yeah, I totally get it. Well, hey guys, I'm gonna have to end the podcast, man. This is another great episode, man. You guys make this job so easy for me because all the different personalities, all the people with the good sense of humors, you know, nobody gets on here, gets offended. We can just have an open discussion and everybody can respectfully agree or disagree. And I love that, man. I mean, I really appreciate you guys. Fidelsky, we're going to have to make you a regular, man. You are funny as shit, man. You are funny as shit, man. I forgot how funny you was, man. So, but
and I wonder who your girlfriend was, and you just admitted it's Grace Jones. So, all right, Mr.
Oh my God. No, definitely not Grace Jones.
You want these
Yeah, crazy, man. Before we got out of here, does anybody have anything that they want to say before we go? Like, you know, what you got going on, what you know, if you are part of another podcast or whatever, or, you know, whatever. I start with you, Vanars, because I know for sure you do.
Oh, yeah. You know, my podcast, we part of a triad. This is, you know, the Nothing Serious podcast does with sex and relationships. Lamar does music. It's called Just Like Music with a K at the end. Mine is Sir Anna Crane Speaks On, and it's a podcast. It does mostly nostalgic TVs and movies. I got a new series coming out called The Legend of Gomorrah. Episode 3. I already got the first scene already edited and stuff. And so if y'all know somebody might want to do a voiceover in it, let me know. But that one should be out in about a month. And so I got a whole bunch of other stuff. If y'all want to do a silly video with me, you know, I made that song like when Light Skin was in. So if y'all want to do a music video to that, Marzell, Fidelsky, if y'all want to be in that music video, let me know. You know,
I'm not light skinned though.
you light enough. Hey, what the AKA say? You darker than the paper sack.
Oh man. All right, Fidelsky, you got anything going on, man? You want to tell everybody about?
Oh no, man. I'm just living life over here, man.
Okay.
But you and Lamar need to post y'all stuff on Facebook. I couldn't find y'all stuff for nothing.
Okay, you know what? I'm bad about, you know, advertising, man. Today I had with some internet issues, but I'm definitely gonna start posting it on Facebook so I can get people to join and, you know, watch the podcast. Angie, you got anything?
I don't have anything going on, but I just want to let Fidelsky know that there are women that got a cute face and a cute voice.
Mm-hmm. And Fidelsky's part of this.
And a nice and a nice ass and some titties to match.
Yeah, it's called porn.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Oh my
Hold
God.
on, Hold on. That's one reason I don't go back door too though. Porn. I done seen some holes. Boy, that's ridiculous. The backside hole. I'd be like, I can't believe this crap. This is ridiculous.
They got what they call it, fisting.
I don't know what it's called, but that's ridiculous.
I'm like, my God. Yeah, Fidelski's part of this terrible series. I forgot the name of it. Don't watch. It's so terrible. What's the name of that series? He plays somebody. What you know what the name of it is, Fidelski? I can't think of it.
What, Batman and Robin?
Yeah, something like that. Legend or something. I don't know.
The Legend of Gomorrah, ain't it?
Yeah, some goofy ass little light skinned dude made it. And that's on this podcast. His name started with a V. I don't know. You know.
Oh, Fidelski's in your movie. Okay.
Yeah, he the main character. So
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Fidelski, I did avoid. Can I get some credits, Venoris?
yeah, as a matter of fact, I could put you in if you want to do a
No,
voiceover role.
I'm saying my former credit. Can I get my former credit?
Did I put you on IMDb? Didn't I put you on IMDb? No, because you did it on Family
Hey,
Matters.
Marcel. I'm on
Yeah.
I'm on IMDb, whatever that is.
Yeah, I did Family Matters.
She sure did a great job. I couldn't give her credit because I don't own the rights to it. But I can put you on for the next episode if you want to.
We'll sidebar this, but thank you so much, Marzell, for
Okay.
always inviting me to the show.
Oh yeah, I
No, we're
appreciate you
concluding this,
joining
yeah.
too, man. I appreciate the flexibility you guys have because I have it at different times on Saturday, so just depend on what's going on. But I appreciate all you guys joining, and
Hopefully, I held it down for the ladies this week solo.
oh yeah, you did your thing. You did your thing.
Oh, one other thing. Wasn't Nikki's birthday yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, happy
Yeah.
belated birthday! If she
Yeah.
can hear us.
Happy
No,
birthday.
I'll let her know that yeah, I said happy birthday to her. I asked her to join. She wasn't able to today, so
Okay.
yeah. But I definitely will let her know that y'all said happy birthday to her. But I'm gonna have to get off of here, guys. It's been great talking to you.
Thank
You guys
you.
have a good Saturday, the rest of the day, and I'll see you guys next week.
Marcel,
Thank
blink,
you.
blink twice if you're okay, Marcel.
You said what?
Blink twice if you're okay. You keep looking at the side. You keep looking over there.
You said what?
I said
He's
blink
acting
twice.
like it's an ID channel or something. He said, "Blink twice if you're okay."
All right, man. I'll check you out. Bye.
All right.
All right, take it easy.